The story of One Piece has been going down a religious path nowadays. Especially at the time of this recording, we had the full face reveal of Imu. Imu's entrance was grand, with him coming through the pentagram and being labeled as the devil, with his fruit literally being called the devil's fruit. And on the other hand, we have Luffy's fruit, which is labeled as sun god Nika. With these two titles of the devil and god, as well as, the holy knights of the holy land of Marijoa, where is Oda going with this? The holy knights that attacked Elbaf were all demons who were given their powers from Imu, as well as the Gorosei who have received their demonic powers from Imu as well. If Imu, who is the devil, is able to give dark possessive powers to anyone he chooses, just as we saw with Drogi and Brogi, then who's to say Luffy at his absolute maximum power on Sun God Nika mode isn't able to do the same thing? Luffy, just as he turned Gear 5 against Kaido, was able to change the world around him. If the bare minimum Luffy is able to do this, then surely the reverse Domi ability that Imu has, Luffy would be able to have his own version as well. Both Nika and Imu are polar opposites of each other, the yin and yang of the story, with Luffy now being the modern day version of Nika thanks to his devil fruit. I don't know about you guys, but I feel the story has taken a much darker turn, with the actual demons and the literal devil being revealed in the story. Is One Piece now taking inspiration from the religions in our own world? Is Oda taking inspiration from the major religions of this world and is using it to fuel the fire for the endgame of the story? I mean, look at Imu for instance. He whispers into the ears of people he wants to control, as we have seen with Harold. In Islam, it is stated that the devil whispers into the people's ears to stray them away from the path of good, which is literally what Imu has been doing so far throughout the history of One Piece. I feel the ending battle between Luffy and Imu will be seen as a religious battle in One Piece. Good versus evil. The devil of One Piece versus Sun God Nika. There's more to Luffy now. I feel this isn't just some random kid from Fushia village who happened to eat the devil fruit that wielded the power of Sun God Nika. There will be more symbolism and reveals in the story regarding Luffy. I'm sure of it, but for me personally, I feel the final war for the One Piece has become an even bigger deal than we actually think. Whitebeard mentioned that once the treasure is revealed, the greatest war the world has ever seen will happen. Kaido also wanted to start the greatest war that the world has ever seen, back in the chapter where he got revealed in chapter 795. And speaking of revealed, it is revealed that 96% of you guys are watching our videos have not subscribed, so please take a second out of your day to click that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, so please guys, if you can, please do that. There's always been talks of the final war in One Piece as if it's this prophesized war that is destined to happen. Dofi mentioned it when he got captured. Us fans at the time dubbed it the Throne Wars. Whitebeard mentioned it back in Marineford. Law mentioned he turned the gears and now there is no going back when he destroyed the Smile Factory back in Punk Hazard. We had the Muriel revealed in chapter 1138, the Third World. And I quote from the panel itself, "The sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. The sun returns and brings a new morning, and they will surely meet." This final panel of the Muriel prophesizes the end of the world. The sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. Could it be all of Luffy's followers and friends that he made along the way? He has friends literally all over the world. He has all of the fishermen and mermaids at the bottom of the ocean in Fishman Island. He has the samurai in Wano. He has Dressrosa, and now he has Elbaf. Even before, pre-time skip, he had Alabasta with his close ties with the Nefertari family, and with Vivi once being a member of his crew. Luffy is already now guiding the world with these major countries under his wing as well, but guiding the world to its end. Is this the final war that's being foreshadowed all this time throughout the story? The very next line of the panel is, "And they will surely meet." This is the final war. All the pieces for it, and that's why Imu came down to the human realm, because now is the time for the final war. Now is the time for Armageddon. If you Google Armageddon, you see two meanings. The first meaning is the last battle between good and evil before the Day of Judgment, and the second meaning, a dramatic and catastrophic conflict, especially one seen as likely to destroy the world or the human race. Judgment Day, Armageddon, is what Imu will bring to the world of One Piece. The final massive war has been talked about since Rock said he will come for Imu and be the ruler of the world. Kaido said he will bring the greatest war. Whitebeard said the greatest war is coming. Oda himself said the final war in One Piece will make Marineford look like nothing. We took Whitebeard's words quite literally, I feel, as a fanbase. I don't think finding the treasure itself will be the trigger. I feel Luffy now being Nika was the trigger for the final war. Imu never came down before but is coming down now that Luffy has Loki with him, and as well Luffy being Nika himself, along with having the greatest dragon in the world. That's too strong for anyone to handle. Which is why Imu is now taking control of the situation. But this isn't just the war for the One Piece. This will now be a holy war between Luffy and Imu. It was revealed in chapter 1179 that there is a food shortage in Marijoa of all places. How can the celestial dragons lack food? If they are the ones lacking food, then that means that there is a food crisis going on around the world for the common folk of the world of One Piece. In the big religions in our own world, one of the signs of the last day, aka the Day of Judgment, is that there will be a shortage of food. In One Piece, we are seeing that now as well. So I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I feel Oda has completely gone into a new direction regarding his story. He went from pirates looking for treasure to now introducing godly figures who are now prophesied to save the world, introducing demons and devils with possessive powers to control anyone. And I just wanted to point this out to everyone that Oda will make the final war into a holy war. I think he probably feels that just having pirates attacking one another is not good enough now. Because we have seen this before in Marineford, in Wano. Forget that. We have seen it in every arc, so in order to escalate the stakes even more, he is planting the seeds for the final war to being a holy biblical fight in the One Piece world. The irony is, the Holy Knights are the ones fighting for Imu, who is literally the devil. And everyone under Luffy are seen as the evil pirates, who are literally fighting under Sun God Nika with the drums of liberation. The final war has been foreshadowed to us literally since the beginning. I just wanted to point it out that it's not going to be just a normal war. This final war will be a battle between the demons and the angels. And with Imu now showing his face, the stakes will only get higher as Imu will bring Judgment Day to the world of One Piece.